Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabrielle, and welcome to Intuitive Downloads of Train Express. There will be limited stops on this train, just so you know. Y'all ever make the mistake on public trains and get on the S lines, like the special lines? I know here in subway systems, like most major cities, but our Broad Street line, right? And it's funny because it's Broad Street. Now the L system actually literally makes an L. That's why it's called that. It's not just called the elevated system, but there's literally, it's elevated at parts, and there's also a literal elbow bend in the system. But the Broad Street line runs the entire length of Broad Street, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the longest continual street in the world for a major city in an urban area, or whatever the statistic is. And you know, most people have come across the parables and adages of narrow is the way and broad is the expanse to hell, or something to that effect, right? And so I've never really been a fan of that particular line. Not the adage, but I've learned to understand it, overstand it, understand it as I've grown up and walked and experienced life, you know. And there's just a different sort of energy that happens on that particular system. It's more subterranean than the other, right? So you really do feel as though you have to climb out of the bowels of hell. At least that's really how it feels. There's just so many stairs, and it's so low, and it's just dank and dark, and the odors. It's just, it literally feels as though it's some weird portal into the bowels of hell, or coming out. But that road is a major highway. We call it 611, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Think about that. 611. That's an 8, right? Patterns and loops and the infiniteness of the bullshit. Up and down, round and round. Up and down, round and round. Until you decide to get off the loop. Until you decide to hit that intersection. To that Broad Street, right? Because one is orange, one is blue. So you hit that intersection and you take the train up out of the bowels of hell, right? Up and elevate yourself, right? You start out underground. That system goes in and out, and then you come up to the surface and you see the light, and you begin to traverse, elevated, seeing the world from a brand new perspective. It's amazing how public transit systems can open your eyes to the dynamics of life. Now, I don't take public transit because I don't, unless it's really necessary. Like, it's rare. I just don't do it. Too many energies. But if you keep on that Broad Street line, up and down, even though there are several trains that run that line, meaning there's the everyday local, makes every stop. Boop, 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 boop. There's like 70 stops, not joking. Right? Then there's the express, which only takes you to the major points along the route. Then we got this thing called a special. Now that special is for sports. They call it the special, but it's for sports because, you know, we're fanatics around this piece, or that's what they call us. And so that train, again, only stops at the predominant crux of fandom. Think about that. The areas where the majority of people flood out from to come to our sporting events. And so they've literally commandeered trains to make sure you can get there without interference for your bread and circus in the shortest amount of time possible. It's like Rome. All roads will get you there. All stops. If you just stay on it, you will get to your destination. But how fast do you want to do it, right? Do you want to enjoy the scenic route? Right? Hit every stop, see who comes and goes, how many people crisscross your path in a given journey on that express. Now, mind you, still going to get to your destination, to those arenas, right? To where the champions are. few more stops, so you ain't got to hit every single stop, right? Now, the Express is kind of where I like to be. Somewhere in the middle, right? You're not missing everything. There's still enough interaction to really get a feel for it. It's like being in AP classes in the spiritual game. Get on that express train, right? But if you get on that the rest for the sports train, the special, you might find yourself in a place of combat and needing to be battle ready sooner than you anticipated. Just think about that. We all know life is the journey, not the destination, right? So there's no need to accelerate nor fast track the eventuality, right? Which is the expiration of this physical form. But that subterranean shit, right? Having to experience every lower level vibration and entity, was lurking in those nooks and crannies and those alcoves and those dark and dreary places, what's trying to crawl out from the bowels of hell. You don't have to make every stop. You're like, ooh, learn that one. I'm just going, nope, bypass that, don't need to. Meanwhile, still making gainful progressions, steps, right? Without missing where you're supposed to be by jumping on that S and having to backtrack. Remember, Broad Street, it's at 8, 611, the loop. Take the blue line. Elevate your life. Elevate your perspective. Elevate your path. Make the ascension. Choose the higher roads. It's not easy. No, it's not. Sometimes you get on that L and it's desolated. It's deserted. There's nobody on it. Runs between counties, crosses boundaries and borders, takes you to the far extremes. The irony of these journeys that I'm describing, at least from a true direction, right? The Broad Street is north and south it runs. The elevated line runs east and west. There is a point of intersection, right? I've already said that. And it's a free interchange, by the way. Whatever choice you make here is not going to cost you at this juncture. But if you make the wrong decision, it will cost you in either direction at the end of either line to correct the error. There's no going back from the crux. No going back. You can hang for a little bit at this juncture. You will be encouraged by the sheer flow and volume to pick a direction. Interesting. They got something to say. They got something to say. I knew it was going to be a little heavier because I grabbed the Starman deck. You know, they was like, "Ooh, grab that one." All right. It will not be easy all the time, even though there could be some fun and merriment. Doesn't necessarily mean it's all for a good time. Thank you, angels, ancestors, and guides. Collective guidance reading. There we go. Ace of Pentacles. The alien. See, there's a gateway and there's a portal. But what else is new, right? What else is new? What's that? Okay. There's new information, new downloads coming in. I want you to know, you see this direction? Isn't that funny how that's right there? You see that? I know you can. You see the navigational? Right. Told you. Some people at this little junction right now, I feel it. That's why they got me here talking to y'all about it. Your navigational beacon. There's no going back, though. Each step you take, that wall comes with you. There is no going back. Somebody's in an incubation sort of phase right now. You're learning a great deal at this current moment. The universe is really focused in on some people. That's interesting. I'm going to leave that right there. Feel like for some, even though the Four of Pentacles is that of like holding back and restraint and, you know, it can sometimes be miserly sort of energy, but that's not really what I'm getting right now. Until you can clearly decide what direction you need to move in for yourself, by the way. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Just you. They're holding you in this position. This is you being of one mind. I don't feel as though you have been for quite some time. Been going through these DNA activations here. Because you're not of one mind. This Ace of Pentacles that wants to come in and the seed that truly wants to be planted. It's like the energy, the light, the momentum isn't being allowed to go forth because of it. Interesting. Wow. How many of y'all are experiencing crown sensitivity? Like that little soft spot in the top of your heads have opened back up. I know. Usually women, you know, people who get their, not women, everybody get their hair done anymore, right? Men get their locks twisted. And normally when you have your hair done in some capacity, you feel the sensitivity of your scalp. You know, when they twist, they braid, they pull, and all of a sudden you're like, damn, that hurts. But this is going to be a very distinct, soft spot. Interesting. For someone in particular, right, your eye color keeps shifting, right? You can't figure it out, but it keeps shifting. When you look into the mirror and you look at your eyes and they're not what you expect, it's because you really are a window. And it's so funny when you say shit like this, but it's true. There's something else looking back out. You are being shared in some way. You're hosting something. And for those of you who are with child, right? It's funny because sometimes you're what's looking out, it's like the kid is able to look through your eyes. You're seeing flashes of your unborn child in some capacity. Very strong soul, this one. Very strong. Oof. Very powerful. And for somebody, it's not even about pregnancy. There's a past life energy within you waking up. I know right now you might feel like you're a little crazy, like you got split personalities, but it's not. It's not. You are going through a rather unique part of the ascension process where it's like the soul purpose is coming online. Ooh, I know what that is. I read up on this not too long ago. Now, there is some strange text out there in the world. Very strange. But if you have prayed fervently for the gift of discernment, for the spirit of truth to move upon you and to have that blessing, and you've tested it and you know it, it's been proven, you know what I'm talking about. And so even some of the strangest things I've come across in writing, the parts that are true resonate as true, simply. And so it's a reason why we say, we pray for the unborn. But some missions are so important, right? It's almost like it's locked in a little safe space within you. It's all still you. It's all very much you. But you've lived so many lifetimes. There's so many talents. But there's one aspect of your soul's calling that is coming online and very strong. And for some, I really feel like you might feel a little off because of it. You're not. You really feel like your mind has been split. It's not. It's this energy coming to the surface. You see this lightning bolt here? It's coming up. This soul. The body has a memory print for the original host. Yep. That memory print has its own mission to live out, to fulfill before it is your time to come forward and live in your truth, live in your purpose, and blaze your path. This is what's happening for somebody. You are coming online. The physical memory print is falling back. It literally is eroding. And somebody is desperately trying to hold on to the physical print. And you shouldn't. There are parts of yourself that are literally dying off. Personality, habits, traits, memories. It's going. The DNA is being shifted. The mitochondrial DNA is being awoken. Generations and generations and generations are burning off of the physical form that you're in. Your spirit, your soul's purpose is coming in. There are physical changes. Your hair's lightening, eyes are lightening. There's a whole bunch. Skin tones are changing. There's a lot happening here. This is a DNA issue, an activation, a cellular shift. Don't be scared now. You're still the same. There's this shattering. See this? See this old, it's, look at the decrepit state of it. Look how it's eaten away. And what's being formed back here is a brand new structure. Look at that. That look like gold filigree that's being burnished off. Like, no, it's not, no. And there's something solid coming in. I hate to say it, but it's the new you, boo. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Sure enough. Some people don't really understand that when you go through these spiritual deaths, when you go through this dark night of the soul, right? There's physical shit that happens. Somebody is dying to the flesh and being reborn in spirit. The spiritual birth is so much better. This is true baptism. True baptism. The water that runs within you is flushing down. The flame is being lit. See? It's the unity. Finally, people are getting real data together. They're getting real insight, really getting to the ground roots of this twin shit. Right. You are to be unified with spirit. Honoring the masculine, feminine principle in a very divine sense. Honoring it within yourself in a very real sense. My girlfriend exposed me to a term, the triple flame. And that's really what this ascension brings you into. When you are in wholeness of self, mind, body, and spirit. When you supplicate yourself to the will of the Most High, right? That is the spiritual union taking place. The flame of the Most High, the Holy Spirit coming upon you, being lit within, burning bright with your divine purpose, being the vessel for them to do the work set before you, right? You solid now. You coming through this solid. Solid. Solid as a rock. I can't help it. I see the slab. I see stone facade. Nah, you coming through solid. Healthy and fortified. It's funny because I said that word so funny. I'm like, yeah, I see greens. Yeah, you got strong. Been fortified. You needed all of this. It's been a long road. I see, what, 6 years? An arduous 6-year journey for some. And only really within the last year have you truly found your stability, found your footing in this spiritual thing. Really examining things. What is this gateway? What is this door? Going going deep, deep within, huh? Deep. In the darkness, we find the light. That's what I just got. In the darkness, we find the light. Interesting. Because what I initially got is somebody's being called home. Called back to the light. Devil, Hierophant, Six of Cups. In this context, it's like someone that the world, right? The world, the devil, the system, had a strong hold on. Big time. That's beautiful. You thought you were free, bound to the devil because of all of the worldly things, right? But you're somehow, some way, you discovered the trap. Going back to that Broad Street L situation. It's a trap down there. You just loop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's no way out. And then there's like this epiphany of truth. The truth is not fearful. It's just the way they look. I'm looking at the cards, right? See the fire being put to this person? All the tests, constantly being tested. Constantly being scorched and burned and, you know, all for what? What are you really holding on to? Something that's really causing you damage. But this here, see how the Hierophant has one hand up? Then the other hand is holding the Sephir here. Wait, that's not a Sephir. Staff. There's another word for it I can't think of right now. But you see the gray back here, this neutrality? It's so funny. A lot of times people read scriptures and they're like, oh, no, the Bible really lays things out very black and white, very gray space. It telling you about one, telling you about the other, free wills everywhere in between, like everywhere. The choice is yours. It's like somehow this convinced you this was lying and it's really the opposite way, and this is a hands-off approach. It's like, whereas this one's constantly scaring you, constantly burning you, constantly just keeping you all hot and just going. You don't see none of that, do you? Over here. There's no pressure being applied. There's no force in this. There's force here. It's funny, right? The double's it's a 15, but it's a 6, right? Then you have the 5, and then you have the 6, right? Yeah, the double may ply you with sweet nothings. May give you a cup, right? But there's always something in it. Something always festering. I don't care if there are flowers in these cups. Those cups, right? They should be empty, ready to receive, open to be filled. But no, there's things already in them. There's attachments. There's festering. There's something else that's always going to come out of anything that's being offered. Someone has finally gotten to the root of some things. This is big growth. It's funny because it always comes back to the same thing. Cosmic balance. Cosmic balance. Remember, we talked about this a while ago. Two sides, same coin. Right? Two sides, same coin. Hey guys, can you hit the like button if you're enjoying what you're listening to? Right. Mm, mm, mm. This torch that he holds, the devil here, right, truly is supposed to illuminate the path back to this direction. It's almost like a chute. You see the angle here? Like a slide? It's like there's this space. Gray, gray. There's this space. See the black, see the white. This space for you to find this connection. It's like the word in some way acts as these suspenders here. This golden light. No matter what your spiritual text is, it's not like that. I use what I know and I guide from there. Whatever you choose is what you choose, and I fully support it, okay? Okay. These suspenders is like the word of God, keeping you straight and erect, also pointing out the diversions in the path, all emanating from one source, right? Left, right. But if you flip them around, the suspenders will come to the front, right? In two different roads, but if you follow them back, they all start from one point. Source. Right? Somebody really starting to see it for what it is. And what a beautiful day of clarity that is. See that beautiful clear day right there? No clouds in the sky. This is the information someone has finally unlocked. I see all these books here. This is a lot. You should really congratulate yourself. This is no small feat. Because it really involves removing everything anyone has truly placed in your mind for you to go back to square one, look at things differently, right? Listening to your soul. Because I feel like, your internal compass has been telling you for a minute. There were obstructions to this, by the way. I don't know exactly what. I'm going to look in a moment. But I see that. See, because the Four of Pentacles, even it's a holding energy, but it's a type of block. And the fact that it's Pentacles, it's definitely, it could be a self-imposed one. But these obstacles that were here. See this wood being blasted off? That being lifted, these burdens. This was a period of incubation. It really was. I keep getting that. You've been in hermit mode through this period for a reason. They needed you to wrap your mind around it. And it's crazy because it's the exact same book. I never noticed that before. It's the same writing. Can you see? Here. Let me pull this up. I don't like to shake it, but whatever. Hopefully it's focused. It's the same. Now watch. It's the same. Right. You needed all of that time to learn some shit. The universe needed all of your attention. They put you back in the egg. Right? You had to be hatched again. What are we in? What season is this? Libra? Interesting. You know what I just noticed? All the earth signs are out here. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All the earth signs are here. The other day we had issues with the fire signs. I don't want to say issues, but I saw it as an issue. From what I remember right now. And today we have heavy earth energy. Now, for some of you, there could very well be a toxic connection coming back. Right. I'm going to just call it the way I see it. Someone I feel as though showed up very low vibing. And this person was blocked. And I Hierophant holding the hand up to the devil like, no you don't. Nah. Just one hand to do, right? Look, you don't see no chains down here, right? They got the keys. Most High got the keys. You don't need to hold nobody bound and chained. They come willingly. They sit down humbly. Yes. Look, see the shaved head? Crown exposed. Please talk to me. Please teach me. Please, just give me them downloads. Teach me. That's how people show up to the father and the mother. Please teach me. Over here, it's like, I got him, trap him, got you, bound, haha, you're mine, right? Somebody showed up like that. God was like, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. She's driving me out of my mind. That girl is hard for me to find. Can't get her out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is poison. Oh, I'm telling you, yo. Whoever this person is, they poison. For real, right? So God blocked them. They coming back. 6 Cups. Now, we just a couple days from this Mercury retrograde, right? Right. Careful. Careful. Just a heads up. I saw it. Gotta say it. It could very well be this person that's gone through some sort of a dark night, learned some shit. But this is a removal of these blockages in a divine way. See up in the heavens? See this feline energy bursting through? Look at her. She's focused all the energy right there. Boom! Right. Now, also what I see here is the tree, not tree of life, the flower of life in this ball. Right? This centripetal energy stored up. Now, some of y'all could be working with these grids, these crystal grids, trying to raise your vibration and raise your energy. That's a good way. But I'm going to tell you right now, because I see it in this devil card. Now, if you're using these grids in some way to try to bind another person and drain their energy and redirect it towards you, you in for a rude awakening. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you can be envious of a lot of things about a person. You could want a lot of things that you see from another person. Doesn't mean you are physically, mentally, emotionally You're spiritually equipped to deal with what this person has. Alright. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But anyway. That's so funny because I really didn't choose that image for this video with too much forethought. I didn't. I just selected it, and lo and behold, it truly is about ascension. Eh, in so many levels. You're not tripping. I don't know who I gotta tell that to, but you're not tripping. I'm sorry. Tell me about this double, please. Pathway. Family room. Now that's interesting. Thief. Now I saw that with this down here already with this thief card and that grid that somebody was trying to see the opening here. See the path. Interesting. It's trying to attach themselves to something, but there was a block. Now, the double pathway family room, now, I don't really like that. Because that's part of what I was seeing here, too. But I didn't want to say that. I know y'all seen Insidious. It's kind of something like that. Where something has attached itself to a family. Or had. See these butterflies? That's being shifted. I really feel like that's being released. Like a generational curse being lifted. See, there's that 8 again. That cyclical sort of back and forth, back and forth. It's the acknowledgement of... See, it's like somebody saw an interchange. They saw how to get out. They saw the light. Mm, mm, mm. For too long, the double-mindedness. No more. That was the way out. Something about the trappings. It's a lot of pentacles out here for so few cards. You know what I mean? You really can't ignore that. For, I know this is the ace, but there are 2 pentacles here. So there are 6 pentacles in total. Somebody's family really is very low, energetically speaking. You know, no good things to talk about. Nothing high vibing. It's always, you know, that low shit. It may look good, and that's what I'm getting on the outside. It looks great on the outside. You got the money, you got the aesthetics, whatever. But what y'all got is this attachment to the devil and to these low vibing energies. Yeah, somebody, I get that shit. Look, you ain't really responsible for what your ancestors did. You're not. You honor the good ones. You uplift that memory. And all you can do is apologize and try to distance yourself spiritually from those low things that happen. Ain't got nothing to do with you, but you share blood, so it's like, yeah, I apologize for what my ancestors did. I have no idea, but that don't represent us now. Unless it does. I really feel like at one point in time, somebody's family truly was working with the devil. And whatever that means to you, literally. That's wild. Pathway and family room for the devil, huh? I sure did. I don't know. You could have been a coven of witches, warlocks. I don't know. Whatever your life is. I'm not really judging. I'm just telling you what I see. Right. I can own it. I've done my research in my own family history. Shit, my people go all the way back to Africa. And I mean, like, the home of voodoo. Like Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Lagos, Ghana. Oh, yeah. So I'd be like, don't. That's why I'd be like, listen, I love everybody. I really do. And we all got spiritual warriors in our family tree. And some of us got fucking godfathers in our family tree. Like the Dons in this shit. You don't really want to wake them. You know what I mean? Like, who you really petitioning? I'm not judging. I just own my ancestry. I own my lineage. That was them, and this is me. I don't know what choices people made thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago. It's not for me to know. All I can say is I am here, and I am grateful, and as much love as you can send to a lineage for just your sheer existence, that's where it's at. Thank you. But it is things that are beyond our comprehension, so you can't throw shade because the powers you carry come from generations, not just lifetimes. You carry, this is why I was talking about the body's purpose, the body's mission, especially for those people who know what I'm talking about. Some folks get swapped out, energetically speaking, in utero. You be like, oh, the kids come out, you think they fucking schizophrenic, bipolar, something wrong with them, borderline personality disorder. No, no, no. They contain multitudes. It's a spiritual battle, people. But if you don't know, you don't know. This is a spiritual battle. And until the battle is won spiritually, the mind can be very off. One of the key factors in me in my journey and recognition of how serious the spiritual battle was is when I started truly, I mean, I've always had interactions with the downtrodden from the earliest of ages. I did my community work and things like that. I don't like to brag. Like, I could do much more now as an adult than as a kid. I was an all-star with it. Like, volunteer for everything. Feed the homeless, give out food, hospital. I mean, you name it, bitch was on it. Yes, let's help. But what I noticed is that we all people. I saw compassion. in their eyes and gratitude in their eyes. Maybe because I was a child at that time and that's truly where they were, and there's no need to put up a barrier between that and a child. They had no reason to harden their hearts or faces because of what the world was going to project onto them. We were in a safe space. We were in a church, in the rectory area, in the communal area where the kitchens were, and we were feeding and eating and conversating and just being children of the Most High. But you see it, and then as an adult, they opened my eyes to watching people talk to themselves. Isn't that funny? I wouldn't stare, but I would observe. And they were having legit fucking conversations. And then I got to a point where I was like, nah, just because I can't see whom they're speaking with does not mean they're not speaking with someone or something. I will not judge. You know people when you see, like, you know, the ones that's got the crap up under their nails, the ones who just don't give no holy fucks whatsoever. That is not the same thing. That is an infestation of a different variety. That is not multitudes of high vibing energy. No, no, no. That's different. That is possession. That is you have invoked spirit and not the high vibration Holy Spirit. Different. And the moment I did that, I've always heard music. That's why I encouraged you guys to listen to your inner music. That's your guides talking to you. They use that easily because it's the simplest way of connecting, but people don't connect the dots. That being said, the moment I recognized that, and it took me a minute to put that together, even after somebody mentioned it, I was like, forest, trees, I don't know. And I got it. Anyway. They started to allow me to hear more clairaudiently because I was willing to acknowledge somebody else's gifts and talents in real time. No, they don't have to look like me. They ain't got to live like me for me to recognize the blessing of the Most High upon them. I say all of that to go back to this energy of just owning your lineage. It don't have to be you, but you can own it. In that way, you can clearly see the light away from it. But denial is a trap. Hiding behind the image of family is dangerous. Narrow is the way, and what does it say? Narrow is the path and broad is the way. Think about that. Now, if I could show you images of the various differences in these train systems. The Broad Street line is massive. The platforms are larger underground. Always boggled my mind, the engineering marvel of it all, but I digress. And again, the elevated line is narrow. That path is narrow. It moves quickly, though. It's illuminated, though. You can see it, though. There's only that crux, that free interchange where you really can't see, but you got to make a choice of which direction you're going to go. Comprehension and neutrality, that the existence of both because it's a necessity of contrast. But there's a clear way. I say the easier way. I won't always say the most fun, but the easier. Wow, just own it. Break that curse. Blaze a new path. You ain't got to go the way of everybody else. And for those of you where, This is a lover. I see that. Can't deny that. I feel like this person ghosted you too. I see that. Like, okay, thank you. Oh, we got that out. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Whew, okay. Yeah. This person ghosted you. They did. Opportunity came. Remember, Ace of Pentacles. Then the Hermit. The alien, right? See the wall? But I say that that was the level of divine intervention, looking at what came out, right? This holding back energy of this coming together, of this opportunity. Somebody had some shifting, some metamorphosizing to do. Yep. Say that because of the butterflies once again. This person could have definitely been involved in another commitment. The devil is the father of all lies, so of course he or she did not tell you about this, right? Thief, right, right. But I feel like, look, again, see, look, there's a thief card again. This was supposed to happen. Again, devil, hierophant, like, it's supposed to happen. I just keep getting this. The Most High is the way. They hold the keys. The Most High is the way. Venusian. See, isn't that funny? Right? Capricorn, or the devil itself, or Saturn, is associated with Venusian energy, right? Luciferian Venusian energy. But then, isn't that funny how the Empress card shares the energy of Taurus at the very same time? Again, more Venusian energy, but in a much more grounded, practical way, not in that toxic, obsessive, I must have it at all costs sort of way that Capricorn and that stubborn, worldly, domineering energy can be influential. Isn't that funny? I said all the earth signs are here. And then down here you have the Hermit card, the alien, which represents the zodiac virgin, right? And so I'm not going to say not sexual, but the least sexual of the zodiac energies present on the board. Capricorn, Taurus, and then Virgo, right? And so we're going from extreme to beyond grounded, because the alien card is the anchor here. And so there definitely had to be some balancing that needed to occur in order for things to potentially come back together. But I also see indulgence, because again, those cups and the Six of Cups, they're all full. There's no room for anything. You know what I mean? And so this here, family room pathway, room had to be made. Space. And so, again, level of divine intervention between you and this toxic sort of energy. And maybe even balance needed to come in on something that could have been overly romanticized and not practical enough. Because Taurus people are great. They're engineering and hardworking and industrious, but they like shiny shit. And so, you know what I mean? It's still a more worldly look at love. And that's not what it is. And so this opportunity down here, that's sitting back here, the one that's sitting up high in this neutral space with this X under it, with this shield around it, this protected shit right here, this opportunity with these Four Cups, it was like neutralized. You know, there's this, it's not really good enough down here. What's being presented isn't good enough. And that is true. It wasn't good enough. And so practicality had to kick in. Isolation, time apart, all of that shit. I feel like Doreen Virtue's cards are out here real quick. But anyway. Oh, yeah. The angels. It's earth, right? All this earth energy. And really what I'm getting, there are angels that hold up the four winds and that, right? And so the shift in direction, the change in the wind was stopped. Like literally, they heard a horn. So look, God blew a whistle, threw a flag and said, roughing the passer. 25 yards. Right. It's some shit. It was a hard penalty. Like, you like 25 yards? What fucking rule is this? Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Just saying. Why? Because someone was dishonest. Someone was insincere. Although this was supposed to happen, but it needed to happen at no consequence to one, really, because a hard lesson had to be learned for the other. They had to see their toxicity. They had to see where they was getting it from. A lot of people, they got this shit from their family. Like, just because they family don't make them good people. I don't care. That's going to be my t-shirt. I'm telling you. I'd be like, uh-huh. Right. You create your family. You know, you can be blood related to a lot of folks and they don't have your best interest. And let alone, you know, you could be reared by people and they don't know no better. And so you are being raised by toxicity and you are raising toxicity if you never open these books in life and dig deep and find the meanings to some shit and, you know what I mean, go through these changes and metamorphoses and, you know, put yourself back in time out, you know, go back to the or being willing to go into a cocoon for your own greatest transformation. I keep seeing these eggs here. You know what I mean? That's incubation. You might have had to do this 3, 4 times. It don't matter how many times you got to do it. You just got to do it because it's for your own betterment and your highest and greatest good. That's why. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Never has, never will. As much as it has to do with somebody else's owning that they could have had some level of influence and then choosing to remove said influence. Whether the influence is alcohol, drugs, people's opinions and shit. You know, whatever it is. What kind of influence are you under and what kind of influencer are you? Ah. Ooh, chiwale wale, ooh, bang bang, ooh, chiwale wale, ooh, bang bang. She really, really cut me, cut me. Oh, I guess that one hurt, huh? Right. Really, Mr. Oh. I'm sorry, I had to write that down. That shit was like, whoa, hit me too. Yeah, it did. I felt that all up in my chin. I did. Right. Tell me about the Hierophant, please. Oh, wait. I had another card that flipped. Main female is there, too. I didn't see it, so I'm going to put it back, but I am going to note that it was flipped. Tell me about the Hierophant, please. Yo, if that's the main female again, no, it's the official person. Thank you. Thank you. I knew that was the Most High. Look at that. Official person, that's right. Expectations. Woo! Woo! Oh, oh, oh yeah. Yeah. I keep feeling that under judgment, you know what I mean? Like, I know I don't see judgment, but I don't need to, you know? The God is expecting of you. What? That's wild. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Wow. That's crazy right there. Wow. I was just thinking, if you're important to God, I heard this, I can't think of which show or movie, but it was like, it rang out like, yeah, that's true. If you're important to God, you're important to the devil, right? You just better remember who got the most power here. Just saying. He went from a scepter to a sword. I'm just saying, you got the truth. I feel like you need to be patient and wait on the Lord. Mm. That's crazy. The way she's looking at the family room and looking out there, there's like a church steeple, like a castle back there. I don't really like what I'm feeling between these two cards here. I feel like you should expect more. Don't worry about that. That's BS. Like, that ain't nothing. I mean, that ain't nothing. Do you see these pillars? Do you see the continuity between these cards? You see the pillar, see that beautiful pillar right there? See that great hall behind? Like, boo-boo, 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 set your sights higher. That's all I can say about that. Whoever that is, looking over there at that, looking over that Mr. and Mrs. Jones's crib, that ain't nothing compared to what awaits you. What the Most High has in store right here. Oh my God, you don't even, oh my God. Oh my God, okay, okay, okay. Mm. The boy has got his own money. Right. What is that? Coming to America? Prince Hakeem. Prince Hakeem. Yeah. Don't worry about this. What's that? Some Victorian estate with some antique stuff, bitch. Please, like there's great halls behind you. Oh my God, please. Please bring your game up. Bring your game up. Bring your game up. Look, even your way your wedding gown. Look, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm about to go into you because like, yo, you focused on the past. When what I see, you just lift your head up. Lift your head up to the heavens. Pray. Go through this. Oh my, willingly. Please stop looking back. Stop looking back at the past. Stop looking back at the past. Oh my God, please stop looking back at the past, child. You need to focus up. Pray up. Pray up. God is trying to tell you something. Yes. Please. Yes. Yes. Okay. Speak to me, Lord. Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you. Oh, somebody about to be a princess. I wish I was joking. Like, that's crazy. Either your name princess, you're going to be deemed princess, but princess, okay? Princess. Just, royalty, royalty. I'm getting that. Oh, my word. Who are you? Ooh. Please, you need to really set your sights higher. I don't know. I kind of want to turn this over. I do. It's so distracting. That's so distracting, lady. Holy crap. Toil and labor on the bottom there. See? Look, I feel like look, that's the old. Look at this. That's the old way. That toil and labor. I'm telling you. I know. Look, yeah, you worked hard for it. I feel that. Whatever you think. Uh-huh. Whatever. You about to be a privileged fucking lady. Like, or man, I don't know, whatever your life is. I'm just saying you need to focus towards the future and stop looking back. Because let me upgrade you. You was expecting some dumb shit, right? And you fuck around and end up like this. Like, when Scarlett married Rhett, do you think she was really expecting the opulent lifestyle she received? She wasn't even appreciative of it initially. She was so focused on, oh, Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. Ew. She looked back all the time on years she spent pining and wasting on that motherfucker who was totally into his wife, by the way. You know, every once in a while he, you know, be a man, look at Scarlett a little funny. But he was really a strong dude because she kept throwing it at him, throwing it at him, throwing it. And he was like, no, I'm betrothed to Nelly. That's what, it really is one of my favorite movies, so whatever, I don't care. Judge me not. Anyway, the whole time she had this thorough ass dude in front of her. Yeah, he was a gambler. He was a worldly sort of man, a little bit. So what? But she wasn't average. Just because she came from the South doesn't mean she was a fucking lady. She was cunning and cutthroat and just as grimy as Red. But she couldn't look in that mirror. She hated Nellie or Melly, whatever her name was, because she wasn't her. She loved Ashley because he was an aspect of herself that she truly wasn't, but she loved, but she didn't know how to tap into. By the time she realized how askew her mirror was, she had lost the greatest fucking thing that ever came in her life. And then she became the chaser, right? Because he was chasing her. I think, look, you can see runner, chaser, whatever you want in many different scenarios. But I think in terms of long-term game and like real, like twins and shit like that, just from a fictional perspective and my overly romanticized part of my brain, everyone has it. I just own it. But I see that. Whole time I'm like, damn, you don't like Rat? Like, he wouldn't even be at these whorehouses and brothels if you know, acted the fuck right. Bitch, you could probably come with him. He'd have taken Scarlett to the whorehouse. He would have. He'd have took her to meet Belle. But her attitude was janky. Just saying. You know, she was too busy trying to play a role. Too busy trying to fit in. Because she thought that's what was expected. Working too hard on the wrong thing. And those lower energies. She spent a lot of time conniving and trying to, remember her snapback? Remember she put that fucking waist trainer on? And she was like, come on, mammy, pull. It's got to be 18. I mean, if that ain't the most wretchedest shit, I'd be like, nah, Cardi. I'm like, I hope did y'all all watch this shit? Because I've seen Ratchet through history. I'm just saying. I've seen the evolution of Ratchet. In all those old movies, when those women get to talking, they do sound like a bunch of hens, like a hen party. Being called chickens 80 years later is just kind of funny. I was just like, oh, language is so full circle, but I digress. Set your expectations higher. The Most High is trying to bless you in so many ways, but you gotta leave the past behind you. You gotta really turn your focus. Listen, message of concern. Occupation. High honor. Ooh, wealthy man. Didn't I tell you? Shit. And then courtship. Distant horizon. You just got dead that old shit. And I feel like this is coming through right now, right? Because I see somebody on a comeback, but there's still all this shit in these cups. This person really feels like they can bribe you. That's what's in them cups. It's bribes. It just came to me. You about to meet somebody through work, somebody. And they gonna be like, let me upgrade you. Like, you work too hard. Let me just take you up out of this. Shit, somebody gonna be at Kleinfeld's real soon. I can't help what I see. I do. I see this looks like some crazy ass dress somebody at Kleinfeld's trying on. That's wild. Yeah, block this old person. Please. It's your life. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up. 6 of Cups, please. Thank you. That's too many. 6 Cups. Thank you. Unexpected income. Didn't I tell you somebody was gonna try to bribe you? Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I be like trying to do these mic drop joints, but that's too funny. Like, I'm sorry. I watched way too much comedy in my life. You know, spirit just be popping. I be like, what more do I need to say? They did. Yeah, that's so funny because that's like a two-way thing. I just see people putting money in your hand, find things in your hand. Remember, all that glitters is not gold. So really, going back to this alien card, some of this is gonna feel real foreign to you, is what I'm getting. You've never, oh, Jesus, Lord bless you, baby girls, baby boys. Okay, let somebody bless your life. This is gonna be strange. You have like been asking for something like this, praying for something like this, whole time not really expecting it, expecting the same shit. I feel like that you've experienced, that you've been exposed to, what you were taught by somebody's toxic family. I just call it the way I see it, boo. I do. See, that's what happened when you settle. I feel like you come from a settling sort of family energy. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. Oh, okay. Right. And when you're taught to settle, you're taught to set the bar low. You're taught to expect very little of yourself from others, for them to, just lowball you. God is like, the Most High is like, hey, can I bless you, please? Can I give you the person I want you to have? Can you stop making these soul ties with these creepy, toxic, decrepit motherfuckers who's, like, if you saw their spirit, you would be ashamed of yourself, of who you've been sleeping with. You really would. You would be offended for yourself. You'd be like, ew. Right. Just being honest. If you really saw the creepy energy within, and usually by the time you do, right, you look back and be like, ew. Right? I got to that point with relationships, right? People you've been with in the past. It ain't really personal, but it's like you're such a different person. You've grown so much, and you look back, but you try to do it. I try to do it high vibingly. I try not to go ill. I try to just be like, our frequencies no longer match. But there was a point when I was very young and extremely superficial. I'm like, it doesn't matter about the rapper. It's the energy. Like, some things were tolerable. They would, you'd say little dumb stuff, immature things. And it's like, nah. It's just like, ew. It's like, aren't you so glad you didn't stick around to see if this person would live up to the potential you saw a glimmer of? I'm like, ew, no. You're going to look back and just be like, that was fun. Set your sights higher. Look how her focus is shifted from going backwards to dead ahead. Looking right at that Ace of Pentacles coming in. Good. Right. Unexpected income. Yeah, they gonna ply you with lots of gifts. Stay grounded. Remember, Hermit energy, right? Virgo energy. It's a different, it's a creation energy, right? Capricorns might have a good wrangle on the world. Seriously, like there's this sort of authority they just innately have with the trappings of the third dimension. Seriously, it's just, it comes wired. Look at where your Capricorn placements are and see for yourself with houses and junctions and all that, and see if you don't excel naturally in those areas. Just think about that. Research. Same in Taurus, right? Really good with family relationships. Friends, family. Like there's this natural ability to juggle the 3D aspects of socialization. Look at your charts. Dive deep. But the Hermit, right? The Virgo energy, because it is a feminine energy. These are masculine energies. Taurus is the masculine principle of Venus. Yeah. Bull in a tea shop. Whatever it is. Capricorn and Venus have this wonderful sort of, and I'm only mentioning Venus because it is the feminine aspect. Right? They're all earth signs. These are aspects. This is grounded energy. The Hermit, the Virgo energy, is the feminine in the 3D. And so there is a natural ability to create, to manifest, to materialize. And so you always need to remember this, right? That you don't have to tap into the predominant masculine principles of your true self. You don't have to do these things. You can be in this energy and things just flow. There are different universal principles governing each of these earth signs. There's the, I'm going to say the right way, the wrong way, and then the, what is it? I want to say domineering and controlling. There is the manipulative way, okay? The right way, the wrong way, and the manipulative way. Don't be bribed when you can have. You can tap into any of these energies. We're all energies. We're all signs. We're everything simultaneously and nothing at all. Do you guys get that with the planets and the bodies and the pressures and the all of that and how it impacts us daily? Energy is so fleeting. That's why all of this is so timeless. It's just so fleeting. Here today, gone the next second. Like, seriously. And so your ability to adapt and to pick and choose and be the energy, knowing that you are made of energy, pliable, being able to create. You won't need to be bribed. Especially by someone and something so low base. The struggle is over, though. I want you to know that. I feel like you about to have money coming in from so many different places, gifts, jewels, whatever, coming in from so many different places that whatever this person is trying to do, it's not going to have the impact they desired it to have. You are radiating, you are in the frequency. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Abundance, abundance, abundance. If you're in that frequency, if you're in that energy, what can't you have? Is anything truly outside of your grasp? Mommy and daddy trying to tell you this. Right? They need you to know this. I mean, it's just coming to you. Literally. Whatever you set your sights upon, whatever you want, you can have. Oh, this is so cool. Just go forward, not backwards, please. It should be a no-brainer. It should be. Isn't it funny? Look, look. Look how this person is coming back. They want to give you this cup, right? But look how they got their face all up in the flower first. Like, be aware. This person does nothing out of the pureness of their own heart. It's always self-serving. Their purity, the surface of it, the facade of it, is always self-serving. It's a me first sort of attitude. The funny part is, look, her hand's not even out. The hand's down. It's almost hard to see, right? Who's giving the cup to whom? Like, really? Who's giving the cup to whom? Look, it's funny. You see her face there, but in her hair, there's a little face. And the face looks discouraged. Right. Pardon. Just wanted to check out some things. That's why it was blocked before. Divine intervention is a real thing. I feel like this person gonna be continuously blocked. You can't go back, is really what I'm getting. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Right. You really don't want nothing this person is offering you. Especially anybody from your past. There are some, illegal tentacles attached to it. Let's put it that way. Keep getting that receiving stolen goods. And it's a trap. Whatever this person has to say to you, whatever they want to give to you, right? That's why I said, no, it's a bribe of some sort. Don't take it. Don't do it. Don't take it. Don't do it. There's definitely something that this person's not telling you about it. What they're doing, like, it's something real foul associated with it. Like, this person's just, they're a liar. Like, it's a trap, no matter how you look at it. Guys, look at this. 5 swords here, right? 3. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And 5 swords this way, 8 swords. Like, It's trap. It's trap. It's trap. It's trap. I don't. Everything about it is trap. Don't do it. Everything about it. Any communication from this person. Wow. It's You got everything you need, boo. You do. Everything. I feel like it's gonna be blown up anyway. Green-eyed snake. Green-eyed snake, y'all. Pretty Ricky is what they called him. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles in association with what we're talking about, please. What do you want to tell me? Look at that. You're no good. Heartbreaker. You're a liar and you're a thief. Told you. Oh. Yo. Leave this person alone. They still involved with somebody. I see it all over, though. I do. I kept seeing the threes. Threes a crowd. Threes a crowd. Threes a crowd. Right. And that's why it was barred. This person was trying to get you involved in a third party here. Guy was like, nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Wow. Oh, yeah. Would you be a... Could you show me? I mean, it could be anybody, but anybody, really. They say you already know. Queen of Swords is a very smart person. Very smart. Very intelligent. This person is a thief. I cannot... this is a thief, like a literal thief. Like, you see that hand? I immediately saw, like, you know how back in the day in some countries, like, if you stole something, they cut your fucking hand off. Somebody, yeah. You already see through their bullshit. Whoever this person is, I don't see communication. Most of these swords are down. Yeah. But you see through this person already. You know who this is. You're aware. Whew. Tell me about the Hermit here, the alien, pertaining to what we're talking about. Thank you. I feel like you cut this person off and you decided to go inward and work on yourself. It's like you heard I don't know. I feel like you got out in the nick of time with the Judgment card here. Started focusing on your career, all of that. You just, in the nick of time. It's like Archangel Gabriel was like, yo, I'm sending out an SOS. Yeah. And look, that's why there's this black void behind you. Like a wall. A curtain. Yeah. You dropped a curtain on this person. Like, I'm done. You stepped through. For some of you, this could have had something to do with your Saturn cycle up here with this devil energy. And this is why I'm like, you're about to get a lot of blessings here. Like, you're capable of creating everything you need on your own. You don't need to be bribed by low vibing energies. Like, you good. 8 of Pentacles. You know what I mean? You got the ace right here. That's 9. Like, come on, y'all. You good. You real good. Real good. And really, because there's 2 look what's on the bottom. Yeah, you focus on your own stability. Or look at that shit. Look. I told you, we just got that down there. Whoo! The kibosh, look at that. Whew. Whew. Yeah. That's wild. If my cards don't be lying, boy. Yeah. Hear the alarm? Why is that still a thing? Thank you. I'm like, why is that still a thing? You don't get a little zing on your app, on your phone anymore. Like, why do I start to hear that? I'm just curious. Yeah, you did. You got out in the nick. Anyway, that's wild. That's real wild. I saw the sign. Opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Yeah. Yeah. You saw the sign. You got out. Look, isn't that funny? Yesterday, or the other, I think it was yesterday, I was getting that. The same face here. You see that? You saw it for what it was. You saw the toxicity. You saw the low vibing energy. You saw the devil in this person, really. Let's just call it what it was. Yeah. And you was like, no, I don't want that cup. Look. Come on. Look at his face like, come on, girl, take that cup. Come on. You know you want it. Look at her face like, nigga, please. Look. Mm. Mm-mm. Green-eyed snake. Look. Your reef. Look at the feminine energy. See, it's green, truth, honor, nobility. You see how his is like all flowers and shit, all dime wine ass. You see how the caduceus, look at it. The lower it gets, don't it look more and more like female genitalia? Get the hell out of here. Everybody gotta, He did it all for the nookie. What? The nookie. What? So you can take that cookie and shove it up your... Yeah, I changed the words. Yup, that's that was. Wow. So be mindful of this. This person's coming back. I see it. I do. And I do. I fully expect them to try to bribe you in some way. You got everything you need. You remember that. You fine, single, and independent. Look. Remember why you ghosted that ass. Remember all what you've come into. Look what you've done on your come up. Remember, that beast. They coming. Coming. Being warned now, okay? Mm-hmm. You okay? Yeah, yeah, thank God. All right, I feel better. All right, I trust your decision-making process going forward, at least for today. I do. You already know. That's what's crazy. Good. Your intuition is heightened. Let me get one more. Hermit. Community. Mm, mm, mm. Interesting. It flashed me journey and thoughts with community. I don't think you should isolate yourself with this, right? I feel like you should tell somebody, close friend, whatever. Mm-hmm. Other people who are going through this, like, seriously, if you've been holding back, right, you know, we on this love train together and whatnot, you've been holding back from people sharing what you've been going through, you need to start sharing, right? Because I feel like you can avoid getting hit with this shillelagh stick by this person if you open up to people about what it is you're experiencing. And so they go by, oh, for real? Yeah, girl, me too. Oh, for real, man? Yeah, me too. Something like that. But you need to share more about what it is you're dealing with openly with people. You know, the truth shall set you free because it releases you from mental anguish, from ruminating thoughts. That's why all those groups exist. I mean, I know a lot of y'all got like 19 fucking listen to me, Facebook profiles and IGs and all of that. So use an alias if you need to, is my point. So share. It's a gift. Your experiences will help others and others' experiences will help you. And so it is a gift. And look, privileged lady on the back, on the bottom of the deck. There's a benefit to a lot of folks, you sharing your experiences. Just saying. It's a reason why you're going through them. It's a reason why you're here. It's a reason for everything, even if it's unclear. Ah, you like that, don't you? Yeah. But it's a gift. Take it. Offer it up. Offer your experiences up to others. Look at that. Privileged lady, pathway, great fortune. If you knew that sharing would make you money, you'd be like, da 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 da. You'd be a fucking Kermit meme. Right. Privilege comes in many forms. Abundance comes in many forms. The privilege of this journey in itself, of being called, being chosen, And I don't even really mean talk on that, but I mean owning it. And knowing that most people crumble under the circumstances of which you've been dealt, right? And how you've handled them with such grace and such dignity. You've gone through these changes. Each time something was demanded of you, you did it. Each time another butterfly flickered its wings and its impact affected you. You went with it. Keep striving, keep flying. See? Like right on that light. See? I'm just saying, you need to find wow. Find a way of sharing with the world. Right. It's a gift. Remember that. Right. It's a lot of doors about to be open for folks. But you got to be willing to talk and open your hands to receive also. I see that there. But anyway, all right, y'all, I'm going to leave you here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for your light, your love, your support, your donations, your bookings, all those wonderful things. You are amazing. And Ray, I saw your email. I will respond to you shortly. Bye.